When I first moved to New York, my dad was like, "You're crazy. Like, that's it. You're off my list. Like, you're gonna move to New York and you're gonna be a dancer? This is crazy." And I said, and I will never forget, I told him, "You raised me and I'm smart and I understand how to live. And if I cannot earn my own living by being a dancer in the dance field, making dance, teaching dance, doing everything related to this art, if I can't do it, I won't. I'll get a different job. I'll leave New York." I understand how to live, and I understand that life costs money. And I told him, I can do this and I can figure it out. And for 12 years, I have figured it out. When Becky stopped teaching with me, she was moving here to take over her family's farm, and this was like 5 years ago. And I was casually like, "Oh my gosh, we should have a performance there someday." Ha 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 ha, you know? And then when I found out that I was gonna, when I determined that I was gonna do this sort of like site-specific adventure, I wanted to have, a Manhattan site, and I wanted to have, other sort of locations. And I was like, maybe this is the year. Like, is this something we could do? And I've gotten to this place where I have really figured it out very well. And all the things I do are related to my art. But I want the thing that I'm doing most to be Ballaro dance. And I may have to make some pretty big sacrifices, even bigger than I already am. The power of improvisation, and how as artists, in our practice, we are exploring improvisation, and how that, as sort of a practical application, can be transferred to our lives. And I feel like this will be a moment when I will really have to improvise. And I met this awesome woman named Chloe from California, and it was amazing. She said, "Well, you did it before, right? Like, before you had this stability, you had other." And she said, "You did it then, so you already know how to do it, and you can do it again." Came out in March, and it was pouring rain, and it was freezing cold. And we toured the farm, and Becky was like, "I promised you there'll be flowers, it'll be beautiful." And I was like, "This is it." And I that day in the pouring rain, we stood here, and I was like, "This is where the performance will happen." And we set all of the locations. I was like, "This is what I envision." And it's like totally coming together. It's kind of crazy. My first year in New York, my aunt is my accountant. She was like, "You're crazy," but I think I cleared like $17,000 was like my big, annual whatever, and I thought, oh my gosh, maybe it was 19,000, but I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? How am I gonna live? And Chloe said, "You did it then and you can do it again. So if you want to do it, you just do it. You just jump in and you just figure it out." If I feel like I'm gonna get a little teary. If this didn't work, then I wouldn't just like call up another farm. It's not like, oh, swap out, for like insert new farm here or something. It's like, I'm about people, and I'm about connecting with people and having a lasting, meaningful connection, essentially. So what I fear is I don't want there to be dead, confusing moments. Like, I want the audience to be led at all times, that they feel like, oh, I have something to see, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. You can be any place. There might be audience standing there, so then maybe you do it here. I don't know. Not even and not predictable. So facing different directions, and I wonder if any of us, and again, like, you may have peeled off if there was like, or even if you see people sort of like straggling and being like, what's going on over there? So this entire year working with the company since January has been an incredible
moment for me to really push myself as an artist and to step into uncharted territory that's really scary. So I have been able to really let the reins go and let the art speak for itself. And it has just proved to be so I don't even have words for it, which is rare, but it's just been such an overwhelmingly magical experience for me, and I'm so glad to have you all here to witness it tonight.
I love the saying, you have to jump and build your wings on the way down, because you can't wait, because the waiting makes more hesitation, and then suddenly you've just been where you've been forever because you've been waiting for so long. It's like New York City bus stops, like you wait 5 minutes and you're like, is that bus coming? You might as well just start walking, right? Because you have legs and you can just get there, So I feel like it's time, like no more waiting. I have to do this. I have to just jump and build the wings and trust.